Okay, we have a full set of Premier League fixtures this weekend. So I'm just going to quickly run through my predictions. Kicking us off, Brentford take on Man United. Brentford, tough start for them. They've only won one of their opening 5 games. Lost away at Fulham last week. Man United, won 2 of their opening 5. A bit of a slow start. They've not looked good in places. But a really good win against Chelsea last weekend. Obviously, Chelsea were down to 10 very early on, but still a good win. And I fancy them to follow it up this weekend with another win. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 away win. Crystal Palace take on Liverpool. Brilliant start from Palace. They haven't lost in their opening 5 games. Sat in 5th place early on. Liverpool played 5-1-5. Still don't think they've looked amazing. They're fairly comfortable against Everton for most of it. Everton did get back in the game. But yeah, I do fancy Palace at home to get something out of this game. So going for a 1-1 draw. Chelsea take on Brighton. Like I said, Chelsea lost away at Man United last week. Take on Brighton. A slow start for them. Only 1 win in their opening 5. They obviously blew their lead against Tottenham last week, so only drew that game. And I'll go for a Chelsea win in this one, 2-1. Leeds take on Bournemouth. Brilliant win for Leeds last week away at Wolves. I didn't think I'd get anything there, but came away with an impressive victory. Bournemouth, great start to the season. They're sat in 4th place, won 3 of their opening 5. I think this will be a tight game, but I've been really impressed with Bournemouth this season, so I've gone for a 1-0 away win. Man City take on Burnley. City, obviously, let a goal really late on against Arsenal to drop a couple of points there. Burnley, not too bad a start. I mean, they've lost 3 of their opening 5. They've had some tough fixtures, but they've got 4 points on the board. They drew with Forest at home last week. But yeah, it's as tough as it gets for Burnley, this fixture. So I'm going to go for a 3-0 home win. Nottingham Forest take on Sunderland. Forest, they drew with Real Betis last night in the Europa League. I'm not fully convinced they're going to be that good under Ange. Sunderland, obviously they drew with Villa last week. They've had a really good start to the season. Look like they're holding their own pretty well in the Premier League, and I think they can get a result at Forest. So I've gone for a 1-1 draw. Spurs take on Wolves. Wolves, it's just really bad if you're a Wolves fan at the moment. Played 5, lost 5. Only scored 3 and they've let in 12, so it's all going in the wrong direction for them. Tottenham have had a pretty impressive start to the season, 10 points on their opening 5 games. I think this will be fairly comfortable for them this week, so I've gone for a 4-0 home win. Villa take on Fulham. Poor start for Villa. They've drawn 3 of their opening 5, but it's more on the goal front. They scored last week for the first time at Sunderland. That's the only goal of the season so far. Fulham, fairly solid start for them. 1-2, drawn 2 and lost 1. And I think they'll be tough opposition to beat. So I've gone for a 1-1 draw in this one. Newcastle take on Arsenal. Not a lot of goal action in Newcastle games so far. They've drawn 3 of their opening 5. Scored 3, let in 3. I think that might change this weekend. I never fancy Arsenal going up to St James's Park and getting much out of the game. So we'll see how it goes, but I think it could be entertaining with goals. So I've gone for a 2-2 draw. And finally, Everton take on West Ham. Not looking good for West Ham. Lost 4 of their opening 5. Letting in goals. I just can't see them going up to Everton and getting anything. Everton picked up 7 points in their opening 5 games. Not a bad start. And I think they add 3 points to that this weekend. So I'm going for a 2-0 home win. That's my predictions this weekend. Let's see how I get on.